You're a feminist.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a feminist and a knife?
What sort of a comparison is that? I don't understand.
Should I tell you the answer?
Yeah.
At least a knife has a point.
Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive. Okay, this is not supposed to be offensive, but I see their wives and they just look like so like, you know, like not like this, just like, you know, like I pretend my tattoos are gone. Dude, I look crazy. Like, that's why guys don't want to wife me up.
Overall, she was convinced, again, that men are attracted to girl boss, large and in charge, loud, you know, a girl who can fit in with the guys, loves going to the gym all the time, bulking up. That's what she believed. And she believed it because that's what she was told. This is the message from the culture.
In this industry, I'm single until I retire.
But it will still matter.
I don't plan on doing this or getting married or finding the love of my life until I retire, like truthfully. And then
I
after
hope
that
you see what happens to Nina Agdal.
No. And then after that, I will be honest and truthful with the person that I will be getting married to or whatever, and it'll be up to him to accept that, right? So,
and I'm just saying that men's natural proclivity is to not accept that because it brings them shame. Men are biologically proud creatures.
I understand, but not everybody can be like that.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm just telling you what is happening and why people are just talking about cultural events, the Nina Agdal thing, and if you look at people like Emily Ratajkowski, she's obviously hot. But this is a woman who's now trying to make divorce chic, and I think that the understanding is in Hollywood is, you know, sleep with her and move on. She's not marriage material. Her husband, when he had her, cheated on her because they didn't have that thing. I feel like I've slept with the girl. I've seen her naked so many times.
I feel sorry for any man that talks to me in 2024 because I am a villain now. You know when you've been hurt so much that I am now numb. Even one idiot tried Merry Christmas himself into my life yesterday. And it's like what I done to him was just so unnecessary. I didn't need to respond. I kept telling him, oh, I'm currently cooking. Can you call me in 5 minutes? And he was like, oh, I can't wait. He's messaging me now. I can't wait for us to talk, for us to catch up, to resolve this. And then when I finally spoke to him, I was like, yeah, I really missed him. Midway through the conversation, I blocked him. Why did I do that? Why did I make him wait hours to finally talk to me? And then when I spoke to him, I blocked him as he was talking, like literally, you know when you put airplane mode, and then I blocked him. 2024, you cannot hurt someone that's numb. So, you know, good luck.
For the wall.
This reveals more of the pain females go through, but they mask it, although there's still pain, which in this video reveals it even while showing that pain. She's still masking it. Even before I've done a video on a graph explaining how a lot of females go through different errors and different stages before hitting the wall, and one of those was a villain error. It was a graph that I found on TikTok that explained it very well, and I just really broke it down into more details. Hurt people hurt people. A lot of females are angry, exhausted, lonely, and hurt at the fact there were times in their prime years that they gave themselves to men. They wanted to be right, they tried to make it right, but those men never reciprocated any of the commitment, any of the emotions either that females had for them, leaving them stranded in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Reason why they still talk to guys, still entertain guys, is because it's an illusion of choice. They want to feel in control of what is happening, that they are still making the choice to be here and be in that state that they're in. No one chooses to stay hurt. No one chooses to stay angry. And in this case, even though she did block that guy, she still chose to entertain him, which a lot of females do. They entertain this guy, that guy, they message this guy and that guy, even though they know they're in a really really bad state. And that's not a choice. That's not a choice any healthy person makes for themselves. But in that moment, she wants to believe she has control, but she didn't have control. Or she'll be with those same guys that she gave her time to, those same guys that she wanted, instead of being here and talking about being in a villain era and how hurt she is. So when men talk about older females who are more traumatized, this is just also another great example of what they mean. In so many other cases, females will turn to healing journeys, will turn to finding themselves rather than be accountable for continuously choosing the wrong guy, because they want this idea of what they want to be real rather than what is actually real. And all that happens is they just have unresolved issues that men are gonna have to deal with whilst they're self-sabotaging. Now their past encounters is what men are dealing with, not even with the person anymore. They're so attached to that pain, ball of emotions. What good is that? And accountability is so important. I don't think females understand how important it is, as it's the only way to get a positive, healthy change within yourself. You cannot have any of those things without accountability. So everything that she's saying, there's nothing to even be proud about. Instead of changing, she'd rather go into a villain era to avoid any type of accountability. Then they'll be in denial why they hit the wall, or if the wall exists. Well, this is how it happened. It's very clear how.
35, she's over.
Another one.
Oh, but she's been with guys, so it doesn't work like that anymore. For women, especially in this day and age, the timeline is endless. When a woman turns 20, she's got every guy from 18 to 30 following her and messaging her. But when she turns 30, she's just got the same amount of men just pushed forward. It's 30 to 40. When she turns 40, there are still men 40 to 60 seeing her as a young chick. If she's attractive, her queue is endless.
Never fall in love again, my heart is on the shelf. But I keep my promise, keep my mouth closed sometimes since I get too deep. My heart's closed, but I never go to sleep. I've been on the road to the sleep. Once all your phones are weak as me, but it made me feel weak. The world left my mind depression. They paid perfect picture, but I ain't buying when they selling. They really make it sound damn good. You was just on the streets and now you're going to town. Damn good. I hope you find it proud.
You jump out with that cave, bro. They shoot at the crowd. I get on top of stage and they sing his music. They sing his
something y'all love. Take away my pain, take away my throne. Take away my pain, let me get my soul. Smiling on the outside, inside, dying. Listen to a grown man crying.
All women hit the wall. No one cares.
Said, wait a minute. I'm a professional woman, and you're a failure. Don't tell me nothing about your profession. You're a failure if you can't keep a man. No profession can make you happy. No profession. Call yourself whatever the hell you want to. If there ain't a man in your life to make you happy, your profession can never do for you what God made man to do for you.
We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You are alpha. Now the alphas all want these subservient husbands. You can't have one.
I want to get married. And I heard God being like, I still have work to do on you, R. And you need to focus on me because I need you right now for me. His timing is literally so perfect.
Perfect.
I desire nothing more in my life than to be a wife and to be a mother. I thought I would be married by now, but there truly is a reason for it. Whether he's getting your husband ready because he's healing him right now, maybe he's healing you. Maybe it's not your time because God needs you to do something else first. God desires that. He wants us to be mothers. He wants us to be wives. So just have rest in that and let it go. When we sit there and try to control things and want things so bad, it doesn't come to us. It's really just prolonging what God has for us. So let him work on your husband. I understand that you feel like time is ticking. It's not. God is in control. He has a plan. Rest in that, please.
Yeah, laid at the cross. He'll take care of everything. Trust me, he has a plan.
No, I just think this female is just lying to herself and her audience. They think they're shapeshifters after being in the streets, but now they want a man, they'll just go to God just to get that man. And what you're seeing is females who are so desperate that finding a husband is so damn near impossible that only God can do it. But everything about how they choosing to deal with that reality is just very hypocritical. That you just want a man so bad that you think that you can switch it up and just disregard the whole faith and belief and what comes with God. You don't mention about sin, you don't mention about faith, but the only thing that you want to recognize God for is to get you the man that you want because you hit the wall. What type of God do you think God is going to make? A man who is God-fearing, has faith, and follows his law for a female who's been dragged in the streets? Does that really sound like a good God to you? That's the type of female he will give that man to? They're very selfish, so selfish that they can't even recognize that type of man, God isn't gonna give him to you. They just want what they want and believe that they can have what they want and believe that God will just give them what they want because somehow they want to recognize God to get what they want. Meanwhile, ignore all their baggage they hold and use biblical laws and God for their own desperation to finding a man. All those desires they had about marriage, how can you desire something so much and still be in here, still be where you're at right now? At some point in your life you desired something else which didn't correlate to marriage and definitely not God. It's just another all-time low females have hit, where you can sit there and the main topic about God is about creating a man. Meanwhile, you are nowhere near the woman God told you to be. The reason is you wasted your time, your prime years. There's no other reasons for it. Doing what every other female did in those streets, with guys who don't care about you and ignoring the ones that do until no one wants you. There is no time, there's no magical moment. This is foolishness and so selfish to think that you are everything that a man deserves when you're the furthest thing a God-fearing man will ever want in a wife. And when you find these females are the biggest hypocrites, just desperate and trying to shape shift into something that they never were to begin with, only to get what they want. Not because of their heart or their faith in God, as if it was ever with God. It never was. If you only desire God to find a man, it still isn't with God. It's with what you want. And what you're seeing is fake females being fake as usual. The only plan God had or has for any of these females is the wall, because they're already there.
Leave me alone. If you're not ready for a relationship, if you're not ready for any sort of commitment, leave me the fuck alone!
Guys, I'm almost 30 and I don't have anything to show for it. I don't have a house, I don't have a car, I don't have a man, I don't have a kid, I don't have $1 million. All I have is me.
After 2 seconds, 1 second.
You guys have met before, haven't you?
We have met. Last time we met was in IB for Rocks. It was at Craig David show.
What's that?
IB for Rocks. Come on, you know what IB for Rocks is, bro.
How can I be homophobic? I don't give your flowers. I'll give you good wood though.
So there's a hotel that has a lot of live music, and that's where me and her created our bond.
Energy inside of here is unbelievable.
Are we ready? A lot of vibes. And Craig David was singing. No? You don't want to admit to the nation?
It's nothing to admit. There are certain things that happen in life that are kept outside a breakfast studio.
Love it, breakfast, love eggs and beans. Or favourite?
Big Zoos, Big Eats returns for a 3rd series on Monday. Good luck with it. Yeah, you sit there and giggle. We'll have words later. Sitting there giggling.
Listen, we won 2 BAFTAs.
Well done.
It should be okay.
Well done.
You should not feel ashamed because you begged.
Yeah.
You should not feel ashamed that you stayed for years. You should not be ashamed of any of this. Give yourself a freaking break. You are a human being. You love. And you want to see it through. And you want to see the miracle. And you want to see it work out.
Yep.
Because we're not the kind of beings that just hop. Oh, he didn't even. All right, on to the next. Like, that's not how we are. We fight for what we love. And I feel like women don't give enough. themselves enough grace.
Yeah.
That we are so quick to blame ourselves. We're so quick to call each other like we're so dumb. I'm so dumb for staying. No, you're not.
No.
There was a plan. You
love.
were supposed to learn that lesson in life. There was a plan.
Oh, you girls are killing me.
Thank you, Luciano. You're so sweet.
Yeah, one thing about Luciano.
You really are like so sweet.
And you give out compliments. I love a guy.
He does. I vibe with you, but I just wish you were taller.
That instant, I canceled her. That minute, I was furious on the inside.
I have dated men that were extremely faithful to me.
Were they ugly?
No, man, cute, super faithful to me. But it's like a lot of people, you know, when that whole cheating scandal came out, a lot of people was like, you deserve somebody faithful. But just because somebody like extremely faithful don't make you happy, because
that's true.
The guys that were extremely faithful to me, it just didn't work out. You just need to find somebody that you really
is because we have no concept when we get married that we are actually making a commitment to another person. We're making a commitment to ourselves, that our vows actually mean something, and that when we get married, we have responsibilities and roles to make it work. As women, we are incredibly short-sighted, and all we think about in getting married is the wedding, the dress, and the party. Have no concept that we are actually stepping into a huge responsibility and a huge commitment that we are making to keep our word and follow through. And women will be the first to argue, my husband broke his vows. My husband does not follow his vows. He's the one that's not committed. Again, that is a projection of ourselves and our own lack of commitment in our marriage.
Oh, wow.
That we have no concept that our vows even mean something. We want to look good, sound good at the wedding, and that's it. For us as women, marriage is the next thing that we are checking off our list of what we think will make us happy in life.
I think the percentage is too high for the men that can't lead you. I think the percentage
it's because you keep going for the same types of men.
No, China, we also have to address that. I'm not saying don't address the women and their issues. I'm not saying
stop picking the same men.
We need to address
there's
the men
more than
also.
one archetypal black man. I'm tired of this. Listen. You can. I don't know what type of black man that you like. I don't know what type of man that you like.
It's not just
But
black
you can
men.
go. If white man, whatever Asian man that you like, hold on. If you date more, you actually can date all the races, and then what's the problem then? Because if you can date anyone, if you're not racially loyal, then it doesn't matter. You have the option of all the men in the world. And if you're still single, it says to me that you just pick all the worst men, because in white guys, there's lots of good men that will never cheat on you, that will never do DV, they will worship at the ground on you. Asian boys, same across the world. But if you don't find one, it says to me, every time you go to the Asian community, you go for the same types of guys in the black community, the white community, you go for the Chads, the Tyrones, and the Jeromes, as we call them.
The roles have flipped. He's become over feminized and she's become over masculinized. And so for the woman in this stage of the depolarization, she has physical symptoms of exhaustion. So exhausted because she's carrying tension in her body. She's not designed to make all the decisions. She's not designed to lead in the relationship, and what happens is she creates more testosterone in her body. So you'll notice women have neck problems, tension in their shoulders, and you'll hear them say things like, I just wish he would lead. I just wish he would take charge of the romance. I just wish I didn't have to make all the frigging decisions all the time. It's like so exhausting. They're very rarely interested in intimacy.
But also when I talk to women who are around 50, it feels like they said it almost ended overnight. That people aren't nice to them anymore. They don't get things for free anymore.
Yeah.
People will not really give them leeway with things that they used to get, because these women that I've talked to who've lost it temporarily, or they've lost it because they've gotten older and they don't have it anymore, they've never realized how somebody could stop holding doors open for them. Like you go to a mall, you're so used to having a door open, somebody hold it open for you, you get a door in your face kind of thing. And it's all the little small things. people have never thought about. When you're dependent on it, a woman will have a midlife crisis, a real bad one.
Yeah.
Because we don't realize how much we attach our sense of worth to our beauty.
We don't care.
To our youthfulness. Also, the men that used to help you, they stop helping you. They stop helping you when you surpass them. They stop helping you when you become more competent and confident. They stop helping you when you're not the naive girl.
Yeah.
You're growing up as a leader. They're just like, no, stay in your place, right? They help you to a certain point because they're getting something out of it. Like they're feeling like a man, you know, like I'm protecting this girl kind of thing. And she's a pretty girl. So I feel good being in proximity to her. But all of that goes away.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this what the fuck I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my fucking door. You open up the door. You pull out the chair if it's a chair, and you cut my fucking steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some fucking home training, hoe. If you take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. The fuck? They pre-cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this ass? Do the work. Do the work. We going on multiple dates. You want some ass from me? We going on multiple dates. We putting in effort. Bitch, we doing what we gotta do to get some ass. Fuck on.
Hey guys, now guess whose ex left them 72 missed calls and 15 messages? I did. Please, Stephen, take me back. I promise I will change. I don't know. I've been calling you since morning. Please.
All women hit the wall. No one cares.
I'm your hostess, Remnant Princess. These are my last thoughts. Modern females, they hit the wall for a lot of things, but the main reason why they hit the wall, even though it is about wasting your prime years and doing what you did in those prime years, the main reason is the lack of accountability. You will never move forward if you don't take accountability for where you went wrong. It don't matter how many guys hurt you, you still went wrong. Because why was you there all those times? Every new guy hurt you. At some point you got to take accountability, but females never do. And so what happens is they just hit the wall. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.
So I was dating this guy, kind of rich, and he asked me out of the blue, would you date a struggling guy? And I said no. And he said, you know, to me, you're the struggling guy. I haven't healed yet. Fam. Plot twist.
Her world would have been rattled.
She felt wined and dined. And in that setting, she doesn't understand why she's being attacked.
Facts.
She doesn't understand.
I'm just here for food and give you pussy. That's all I'm here for.